I'm the first fashion designer in Kenya and Eastern Central Africa kufanya na Fashion Over.
Culture is the collection of beliefs, behaviors, and ways of life that are shared by a group of people or society. Dressing style is a significant part of almost every culture. Fashion trends in Kenya are constantly evolving. People in Kenya enjoy wearing both modern and traditional attires. Kenyans adorn their attires with jewelry as well to make them more appealing. The impact of modern fashion combined with traditional Kenyan style gets results that are unique from the rest of the world. In order to preserve their culture, modern Kenyans and major tribes in Kenya promote more traditional clothes like kitenge, kanga, and shuka. There is a part of Kenyans who idolize modern fashion inspired by foreign trends, specifically from Europe and United States. A Kenyan fashion icon whose name can't be left out is Nairobi West Niccur. Although not accredited in the Kenyan mainstream fashion scene, his name will certainly ring a bell to the young folks. From the neighborhood of Nairobi West to collaborating with the world's biggest fashion brands, controversial life, and suddenly becoming a servant of Allah. I am Leo Zaresa. I do investigative reports. Like and subscribe for more videos like this. Nairobi West Niccur was born in 20th May 2000. His real name is Ali Abdi. He is the firstborn child and has a younger brother. Ali's mother's name is Bridget. Nairobi West Niccur name is inspired by Nairobi West, or shortened to Nai West, which is a neighborhood in Nairobi. His father was known in this area and guys were like, "You see that boy, the son of," and this gave him the spirit to represent his hood. The second part, Niccur, is a neutralization of the N word, and Nai West did this to avoid controversies when working with big brands. He grew up with a desire to be a doctor and realized that to pursue that career, you have to be good in biology and chemistry. Unfortunately, he did not perform well in this subject. He changed his career after noticing he was passionate in fashion. This coincided with him doing tailor works for money in high school. He could sew students' trousers to the pipe design that most students saw as swag to make the cloth fit the body figure. 3 years after venturing into fashion, it started to pay off. He shipped and imported clothes, dressing celebrities and of course dressing himself, which attracted fans and clients to his growing brand. His inspiration for fashion is the Western dressing.
Mostly I was following the Western culture because Kenya saa hiyo fashion huko imeshika sana.
Fashion existed earlier, pioneered by Kenyan music icons like Prezzo, but this lacked the modern aspect and a new wave needed to fill the void. He looked up to fashion icons like Pharrell Williams and the late Virgil Abloh, who made history as the first black artistic director of Louis Vuitton. Well, this seemed like overnight success. Nai West's career coincided with a major era in Kenyan underground culture, the Masoshi era. Photoshoots were a major pillar for this era, whereby Kenyan young socialites used Instagram to create online fan bases inspired by quality photos and fashion style. I have done a detailed video on this. Watch it, but that is after this video. He later saw that being a soshi and just taking photos wasn't that beneficial to him money-wise.
Instagram mimi nilianza kama like just a normal guy mwenye take photos, but niko na kutake photos za soshi. Niko na hiyo isaidi ile tido.
During this period, he had close friends who were into fashion, namely Mohamed Salah and Gas Cooker. They were known for plugging trendy outfits and sneakers to the rising fashion enthusiasts. The trio formed a group, Gurach Gang. The name Gurach and their physical appearance implied they shared Cushitic ties. Mohamed Salah and Gas Cooker did fashion as a hobby by rocking on trendy fits. At the time Mohamed was in Form 4 and 19 years old, Gas Cooker was already done with high school. Close friends and people around them liked the way they dressed and asked them what they charged for the clothes. The duo then saw an opportunity to turn their passion into business since the demand existed. Gas Cooker was an introvert and Salah did much of the talking even with clients. Salah convinced Gas to get some money and he came back with 60k Kenyan shillings. They rented a shop for 30k Kenyan shillings and used the remainder to buy clothing pieces. Later on, a female force joined them, a lady by the name Michelle. She pursued journalism and media studies in campus. She was their customer at first, and at one time she told them, "By the way, women's clothes will do well for your business." And it paid off, since in a certain period, the women's clothes had more sales than men's. Any clothing brand needs models to showcase and promote their clothes. Luckily, the four had individual Instagram accounts with their own fans apart from the brand's page. They could post pictures with a call to action directing prospects to their great label's shop. Clients could visit the shop or have the feeds delivered to their desired location. They used best delivery services such as DHL. At the time they were on Chipukizi's show, they had clients in US, Uganda, Tanzania, just to mention a few. Niwest's major role in great labels was to link fashion and events which promoted the brand further. They had ties with an event called For the Culture. In the event, they had clothing stands whereby attendees could cop clothes they liked. Apart from his affiliation with Courage Gang, Niwest had ambitions for his solo brand. Niwest's brand had one problem while he was in high school. The only time he could be present to run his brand was during holidays. A solution for this, same as the way other Masoshi did, was to take lots of photos scheduled for the holiday. Not just regular photos, but photos with captivating styles of fashion. In Sheng, the fashion style is called luku, adopted from English word look or looks. Yours or Cool Kids opted to call it drip, adopted from Black American slang. It was not strange to hear while talking about Masoshi, one person could say, "Unajua Niwest, ule boy anaua luku mbaya." He had a friend who would post the photos for him while in school, hence ensuring his absence was compensated for. Photos with eye-catching fashion would amass guys' massive following, but you needed a good following count first to set the foundation. So Niwest started promoting his name during school events and meetups. Funkies can't miss on this, where he asked girls to follow him on Instagram. He had the courage to even get on board on stage of a blue band event with the same message, "Guys, go follow me at Nairobi West Niccur." He was also a photographer. In 2016, he could invite about 5 people, take pictures of them and form an online group where he could share the photos. The guys were impressed by Niwest's fashion sense and invited their friends to join the group, growing an audience for him. During high school, he treated fashion as a hobby but weighed in on the way his inspirations were making a living out of it. Immediately after Form 4, he told his mom, Bridget, he wanted to be serious with this fashion thing. Fashion was his passion and he wanted to make money out of it. At first, he used savings from pocket money for the clothing pieces. Due to the high finances he needed for marketing, stock, and rent, he talked to his parents who understood and supported him. After Form 4, he was hawking clothes on the streets around Imenti House, and even the sellers in the stalls became agitated by this small kid. During the December holiday, he had his first shop. This was influenced by some of his friends like Salah and Gaskuka, who also had shops before him. He pioneered an Instagram growth strategy called Gain With, inspired also by other soshis like the Pluto and Mugueru. It involved using hashtags like Gain With Nairobi West Niccur, and you will get engagement from other Instagram users. You are expected to reciprocate the same, creating a growth community.
Pale hivyo Instagram nilikuanga na post the Pluto, lazima ni tag the Pluto ili leta, but hiyo kitu work ili leta likes.
Ina work kabisa. Hizo magain nini ziko saizi naona pia kuna watu wanazifanya kina Brasho, kuna ma influencers akina Finesse Ngara mchina wanazifanya tu saizi.
Niwest can be accredited for starting the Niccur word usage on Instagram usernames in Kenya. The name means someone who is noble or so much known and respected in a particular place. Another definition is a Kenyan overrated word that is mostly used to look cool or gain popularity, mostly used in social media. It can be used joined with any other words to form an IG username, but most preferred to do the neighborhood they were from, for example, Kaloleni Niccur, Turkana Niccur, Waiyakiwe Niccur, and Ruai Niccur. It has not been easy for Niwest having a big name at such a young age. He has faced trolling online and he admitted that it became so bad that at one time he was depressed for a month. It took support from his family and close friends to overcome it. Later, he got used to the trolls and saw it as a positive effect on his brand, because to him, the haters make him more famous. He once tried to display his love for a popular lady at the time, Tasha Main, after he said she is the only thing he wanted for Christmas. This happened after they had broken up. The two were a Soshi power couple, and whenever they posted photos together on IG, the comments would go crazy with admiration. Other people didn't like this public video of him saying that Tasha Main is all he wants. Some said that he was clout chasing and trying to copy Offset, who apologized to Cardi B during a performance. This happened after a breakup and Offset was on the wrong side for cheating.
That was my ex. We broke up and apparently I apologized and watu wakaanza kuchachisha because I became a man. Nikamapologizia because I hurt her feelings.
Apart from spending 30 minutes in the shower and using 20 minutes to wash his hair, then he was accused by one of his ex-girlfriends of being gay. The rainbow community received criticism in Kenya, to be specific the male side. He exposed text messages and some unconfirmed freaky videos circulated on the internet, suggesting that Nye West and his affiliate Cortez Maluk were swinging the other way. He said that she had recorded the videos of them in action without their knowledge. At first, she couldn't believe that her man was doing sim too and had to confirm. She later exposed DMs on IG of a guy pleading with her not to post the videos whom she alleged to be Nye West.
Sindio ali wenyu. Alimefanya. Nairobi Niccur. Sindio. Afanya nini hali? Na kabla umoke, aliniambia aliniingia akaniambia atanipea makladi sindio. Aya. Sa aligudinya la breta aligudinya atakupea manguo sindio.
Nye West Niccur and his partner Cortez got involved in another controversy. This was a brawl with another social media guy named Mexican Boss. The cause is not known, but it might have started through throwing shade online, and when they met on a popular meetup street, all hell broke loose. Nye West and his affiliates ganged up on Mexican Boss.
Yani tumeenda tu hivyo aka hivi sikujibamba tao ati leo niko na mdemu wangu, lakini ama audio wanatuzungusha.
He was close to social media icons Alia Khan and Keranta, and many speculated they dated him, but on interviews he denied and stated that they were just close friends. He was determined to boost his fashion status, and so working with music artists would be the best shot. He slid into a couple of artists' DMs. Many didn't trust him and never gave him a chance, but Masterpiece King gave him a shot. After working with Masterpiece, this opened doors for collaboration with other big names due to the connections in the music industry. This includes Otile Brown, Calligraph Jones, Trio Mio, Masauti, Mr. Seed, Conscience, Babu Owino, and he even offered to dress Willie Paul for his album launch event for free. He claimed that Willie Paul was lacking in the way he dressed. He took a notch higher and had some time with South Africa's rapper Nasty C, though details about it remain unclear. Something happened that no one expected. He linked with the one and only Baba, and how they met was so random. He dressed him in Jordan sneakers. This is a big move since Raila Odinga has a large fan base and it can have a large positive impact on your brand after getting his approval. Most people praise him for this feat, but others weren't impressed. First, they claimed he gave Baba Jordan Mbwakni, meaning fake Jordans. Another social media guy called Wizo Tanonane called out Nye West for the replica clothes. Their fans thought that there was a beef going on. On another occasion, Nye West and Wizo met and had a calm conversation, clearing up the rumors about a beef. Fake clothes scenario is common in Kenya since most shoes bought from sources like Kamukunji are replicas. They are categorized in grades. The higher the grade, the more it is closer to the original sneakers and the more expensive. Whenever you want to buy in such areas, they ask you what's your budget, and that will determine the grade you will get. This is justified by the fact that Kenya's consumers' disposable income is lower compared to other countries like South Africa, which boasts hosting luxurious stores like Louis Vuitton, Gucci, and Amiri. which are lacking in Kenya. Also, due to lack of physical stores, importing these already highly priced clothes and sneakers attracts delivery fees. Second, some did not like how Nai West branded himself as the representative of the youth and that he discussed with Baba on behalf of the youth. This similar reaction was given to anyone who came forward to claim leadership of the revolutionary Gen Z who spearheaded the Kenyan maandamano that saw them occupy the parliament, a deed never done before in Kenyan history. This is due to mistrust of one leader system with self-gain ideology and corruption within the government. Due to the rise of Luku clients and Instagram fashion enthusiasts, the demand for clothes went high. Another major source of this is the Gikomba market. The status of clothing legitimacy is same as Kamukunji, only that there is a chance of getting legit second-hand clothes in Gikomba, given that goods arrive in bulk and bales from abroad. Although the chance is small since many resellers storm this area to find stock, it has been made difficult to get these branded clothes at the normal cheaper price due to market psychology. The sellers became aware that the fashion lovers like brands such as Nike and gave a higher price tag to those popular Western origin branded clothes. So Nai West may have found other suppliers since he once copped a very rare piece at the time, the Gucci X North Face puffer jacket. The original version of this jacket has a price tag of $3,539. That is about 460,000 Kenyan shillings. Initially, the Gucci X North Face project was campaigned by Esa Proki, who partnered with Gucci at the time, and early-on celebrity sporting, including Billie Eilish. Nai West insisted that his jacket was legit.
Hii kiatu ni worth 100,000 and I can prove it. 7,800 HKD ini Hong Kong dollars. Ukibadilisha kwa Kenya shillings ini 100,000.
His idea to start a clothing brand came after he realized most Kenyans wear outside brands. So he thought about starting a brand and hoping to get home support as a young Kenyan designer. He unveiled his brand La Biste, which does events like designer brand shows in form of seasons. They are attended by invites only. He talked about season 3 being different in a way that it will incorporate traditional wear with modern fashion from communities like Maasai. Season 2 event was inspired by music and fashion icon Kanye West, the founder of very distinctive brand Yeezy. He is the first person in East and Central Africa to partner with American fast fashion retail company Fashion Nova. This is a big achievement in a country like Kenya, which shows possible future modern fashion collaborations with top designer brands. He is the CEO of Thrift Trendy, which is a retail store for apparel. It has used influencers such as Keranta to model and promote its merchandise. He has partnered on other causes such as environment protection. He was part of the Mkokoni Island Plastic Collection, and they collected over 4 tons of plastic in the island to clean the ecosystem and prevent pollution of the beach, collaborating with Light Art Club and KWCA Kenya. Nai West Niccur dominated the Kenyan Masoshi rankings, and it was rare for him to miss out. His name was in the Instagram algorithm compared to recently. He is not the talk of the town like before. This is due to his changed life and becoming a servant of Allah, cherishing his Islamic religion. He ditched his iconic name Nairobi West Niccur and embraces his Muslim name Ali Abdi Lole. He nowadays spreads positivity on IG compared to some years back where his life was filled with controversies. His risk-taking and the trust from his parents might have paid off, as he claimed to make 2 million Kenyan shillings monthly.
Sometimes I don't even sleep. I have to think of a project that I'll do that will blow up.
Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and watch this awesome video next.